Hey y'all, we're going to be talking about the loners today. That intro was awkward, but whatever. So, out of the three loners, this is the best one hands down. The other two just brick giga hard, giga often. This one still bricks pretty often, but not as much as the others. So, first off, the extra deck lineup, ass. The only reason you really have Zark in this list is Soul of the Supreme King can summon it. Otherwise, you're never summoning Zark. Like, come on. And also, why are we running Black Fang Magician? This card completely useless. Does nothing. It's a scale. That's about it. Double Iris Magician. Searches Time Pendulum Graph. Good card. And Skullcrabat. We're only playing 2 Skullcrabat for some reason. Couldn't tell you why. Time Gazer Magician. Meh. So, we have Odd Eyes Revolution Dragon, so the win con for going first and second, like, you can set up a Time Pendulum Graph going first, maybe. And then for going second, you can, like, copy Odd Eyes Revolution Dragon effect with Supreme King Dragon Starving Venom's effect. If you happen to have Odd Eyes Revolution Dragon in your hand, because you actually can't really search it. Well, I mean, you kind of can with Beyond the Pendulum, but yeah. So, to special summon Beyond the Pendulum before you Pendulum summon, though, you might notice you actually have pretty much no way to special summon any monster. So, how you can potentially, though, is if you have any normal summonable monster, and then you just scale Astrograph or Chronograph Sorcerer, assuming you didn't have the one of Brick, Time Gazer, or Stargazer Magician in your hand, as well as your Chronograph or Astrograph, then you can go ahead and special summon one of them, Time Gazer or Stargazer, doesn't really matter. Do your normal summon, special summon Beyond the Pendulum using those 2 monsters, and then you can search a scale, and hopefully you'll have a scale in your hand as well, so then you can do a Pendulum summon, and then that's it. Maybe you can grab a Time Star Magician or something, or a Time Pendulum Graph, maybe, if you're lucky. Not much else. There's no Electromite in this deck, and this ED lineup is pretty shit. Like, what? What are we supposed to do with these two? Literally can't do anything. Yep. Cerberus and Phoenix, I guess, are the only way you can dump, that I can think of, to actually dump your copy of Darkworm. But I mean, you have a monster on field because you summoned this bastard. So, yeah. So this deck, horrendous. Completely garbage. So, going first, all of these cards, all of the Dino cards are literally dead. Like, this is dead, that's dead, that, dead. You can, the best you can do with the Dino cards is Miscellaneousaurus effect, and then, like, when you normal summon, like, Barizia or Diplos, they can't be negated. Huzzah. Everything else does nothing. I mean, if you set this and your opponent, like, destroys this via battle, this effect doesn't even activate. Same with this. And Pen can't be specialed. Tyranno cannot be specialed. As well as the fact that there's no feasible way you can drop, like, a Dino into your... Like, well, I guess if you specifically, like, Diplos and Misk. One of Misk, by the way. Diplos, sending a Dynamorphia card, sending, like, I don't know, Thrizia or Diplos, and then, like, Misk effect, special summon UCT, and then you still need, like, another Dino somewhere, like, to pop, to do the change all face-up opponent, or monsters your opponent controls to face-down defense position. And, yeah. And going second, these cards also do nothing. Yep. I mean, like, Pank obviously does something, but what the hell are these cards gonna do going second for you? Nothing. because you're going to end up bricked with like the domain cards as well. Because none of these cards can activate like going second except for Imperm. I guess you an Imperm before you go ahead and go into your main phase or whatever and do your actions or whatever. But aside from that, all of these cards are completely dead in your hand going second, and then these cards aren't that good going second except for like a select few. So you'd have to like set these and then like turn 4, I guess. You might be able to play. Because like the basic concept I think is you're supposed to like domain and then like they'll send the 2 dinos, I guess, for you to banish with Tyranno. I guess that, but also the extra deck lineup's kind of mid as well here. I don't know what else you could put here, but it's kind of like, are you even really ever going to summon a Volzer Soda or Solda? Are these 6s? Even if these are 6s and this is a 6, I don't see why you would summon this. Anyway, amazing attractions. You have no way to search jack shit. You just have to pray. Yep. Because of the ratios, you're pretty likely to just brick on the amazement traps. And you have no real, like, win con, I'd say, either. Extra deck lineup, I don't know. If there are any amazement players out there, tell me how you feel about this deck. Well, you have these 6 here that do like a little bit of something. Arcfiend Eccentric, useless going first. This is useless, isn't it? This is probably... There are 3 1-ofs here. Add Tricker. Trick Clown. Perform Mage Trick Clown. Well, I guess you pray you open like one of these so you can maybe play. But going second, you have literally no hope. This deck, no matter how you look at it, all of these look like they're setup cards. They set up something. Not completely sure what you're setting up here. And then that's it. In terms of going second cards, this Imperm and this Imperm, you know, that's all you have. This is all the only form of interaction you have, and assuming your opponent like sets up anything like kind of reasonable, you're screwed. This really doesn't do anything. None of these do anything. Pain. But this is indeed probably still somehow the best one, because if you look at this, we have 30 monsters and then we have like 10 traps, which is a way better ratio than the other 2, and the Dino one specifically just has random anti-synergy in it. You're really praying for a good hand with that list, like, F. And just not having Harmonizing here and Wisdom Eye is kind of just tilting to look at too. I don't know, there's not a super lot to say here, but like, you require the Fusion Synchro XYZ and 1 Pendulum Dragons. So like, if you had, you special summon this, I think. Was it that? You need a Fusion, Synchro, XYZ, and Pendulum. So this, and this would count, I guess. Or you can go like this, and this one would count. But like, realistically, is that really going to ever happen? And to summon Zark, you also need like a donut on field. And then you need to either special summon like Chronograph or Astrograph as well. I mean, at least these aren't as hard to summon. Except when you realize you have no way of really destroying your own cards, huh? Yeah. In fact, this targets like one card you control and one card your opponent controls, destroy them, basically, to summarize that effect. Not that great. Oh wait, I didn't even notice these have deck descriptions. Let's go through all these again. Deck that uses Supreme King Zark as its ace card. Use Supreme King Dragon monsters and pendulum monsters like Magician. Magician? Okay. To battle against your opponent and aim for fusion summons with effects such as that of Astrograph Sorcerer. In some cases, you can use the effect of Soul of the Supreme King to special summon. Now is the time to harness great power and rule the field. It's not even easy to do what you're trying to claim the win con is here. Goddamn. What's this? This is just saying this is a Dynamorphia deck. It's just not acknowledging, like, any of these cards. Which are all bricks. Very great. Very lovely. Speaking of which, if you were to normal summon Oviraptor, you can't summon, like, a Diplos. If you were to normal summon Diplos, you can't summon Oviraptor. So, that's cool. So this effect, you can target one level 1 or other level, or you can target one other level 4 or lower dinosaur monster on the field, destroy it, then special summon one dinosaur monster from your graveyard in defense position. You can't even discard. That's not even possible to activate on like turn 1 or 2 unless maybe. Yeah, this isn't even the right level for that, so even if you pank and then do this, that's not good enough. At least you can, like, on a later turn, I guess, add UCT or Hank or something. Yay. Anti-synergy. An Amazement deck based around Amazement Administrator Arlecchino. Yeah. Any attraction trap cards have effects to be treated as equip cards. The charm of these cards is that the effect changes depending on whether you or your opponent is the controller of the equipped monster. The effects of the Amazement monsters allow you to equip them directly, so surprise your opponents with all sorts of tricks. Can you even search this? You can special summon this card if a trap is activated. If your opponent normal special summons a monster, you can target one of those face-up monsters they control. Put one attraction trap from your deck to that target. Honestly, I don't even know if these have any good effects. Change the equipped monster to face and defense position. This is like a shitty Book of Moon. Okay. When the equipped monster activates its effects, return it to the hand. So I guess Viking Vortex does a little bit of something. This increase their level. That can maybe do something. The equipped monster loses 500 to attack for each amazement. Switch the attack and defense. Nothing. Add one amazement monster from your deck to your hand, and if you do, send this card to the graveyard. It doesn't really do much. I don't think you can like set or activate from hand like any of your amazement cards anyway, so like meh. But I guess with this can search Arlecchino. What's this, once per turn? So that's not a quick effect. I mean, this is still gonna brick like a motherfucker, and it can't go second, like, at all. If you were playing into like any kind of board, I don't think you can do anything, so you have to win the coin flip or just lose for like this one and this one. Unless your opponent literally can't play a single card, I guess. For this, though, I think this one had the highest consistency when I was testing them. So if you do have to play, or if you want to play a loner, I suggest this one. All of the others, just worse. I don't know how else to put it. Well, that's about it for today, so see you guys.